Thanks for tuning in. This is Boxing with B.
And A-Rod without the paycheck.
Gonna start off like we said last week. We're gonna talk about what happened in 2017 and address some people in the comments that we've gotten. But first, let's start off with 2017. What'd you think of this year?
This year was great. The heavyweights were great. Where my champion lost when I thought he was going to show
Klitschko.
the world that Anthony Joshua was a nothing, but Anthony Joshua turned out to be good.
Klitschko versus Joshua, I will say, was one of the best fights.
Yes, because you never knew who was going to win.
Everyone.
They dropped
Didn't
each
Joshua
other.
Yeah, Joshua went down, and that's when I was like, I remember that moment because I got up. I was like, I knew it. Like, Klitschko all the way. All these people thought the new guy was going to come in, and then all of a sudden at the end, I was like, oh my gosh, what's going on?
He got up.
Klitschko, get up, wake up, put your hands up. Like, man, I'll give it to Joshua.
Yeah,
he did it. And a lot of people will say, though, that was a washed-up Klitschko, but I think Klitschko's even at their older age still had it. They still competed with. He knocked down this kid that should have had more power than Klitschko. Yeah. He's young. He's in his prime. Like, there's no excuse. But then again, it was like Joshua was able to show everybody, like, look, I can take a punch from the Klitschkos, and I can get back up, and I can win.
Yeah, that's what we have to watch.
Hats off to him.
What might be coming up between Wilder and Joshua? That'll be is going to be a great fight.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought it was going to happen, but there's like a little clause here because that Luis Ortiz that was caught supposedly with this banned substance, all of a sudden it turns out that maybe he wasn't and they cleared him to fight. So he's the #1 contender for the WBC. He's a big man. They call him King Kong for a reason. He hits hard with his left hand. So I don't think
Cuban, right?
Yeah, I don't think another Cuban fighter. I don't think he'll give Wilder a chance, but you never know. I've seen him fight. He knows how to hit hard.
Another fight I was happy to see. Triple G versus Canelo.
Oh, yeah.
It was highly anticipated. It finally happened.
It took
all the
Canelo.
rumors, everybody was questioning whether it would happen, and then it finally did. I think it was a good matchup.
He couldn't hide no more. What was he going to say?
There's a lot of things to say out of that fight, though. On Triple G's side, it's like everybody was saying Triple G won. They should have given it to him. Just because it was Canelo, they gave it a draw. Okay, and then we say, why didn't Canelo go in there and knock him out like he did it, like, they're pumping him up to be? At the same time, why didn't Triple G knock down Canelo?
Well, that showed Canelo has a jaw.
Yeah, both of them did connect. Maybe Triple G didn't connect as well as he did to everyone else, but you got to give Canelo props,
But you have to give to Canelo one thing. He backed up a lot. When Triple G connected, he was backing up, getting hurt. When Canelo connected Triple G, I never saw Triple G backing up. He was coming forward, and he took his punches. There was one round when we were there live that he connected so hard that Canelo thought he was going to drop because he dropped Amir Khan. He dropped some James Kirkland out with. He hit him with that same punch, and Triple G just turned around and looked at him and said, hello, here I am still.
Yeah, those are pretty crazy, especially to see them take the punches. You'd see Triple G come in, and he'd eat it hard.
And never phased, never staggered.
And then he just comes straight. Like some fighters, when they get hit by a power punch, you'll see their eyes go back. Even if it's for a second, their eyes still go back, which means it hurt.
Yep.
Like they're there still. They're still coming in, but at the same time, it hurt them.
Yeah. But
that one, I think I would love to see a second fight.
Well, the rematch, I think, is happening May 5th or something like that. It's going to happen, and hopefully Triple G comes a little bit stronger and knocks the crap out of that Canelo and sends him back.
Another fight that was great to see, Rigondeaux, Lomachenko.
Oh, yeah, Lomachenko. Lomachenko can't surprise everybody, That guy is great.
That was a good one. These are just fights that I'm mentioning, though, because they're kind of like out in the distance that we're always like, will they happen? Will they happen?
I wish he would have got
2017.
I wish the rematch. Well, yeah, I wish they would have got the rematch
before he retired. That would have
been great.
Yeah, but do you think Salido would have accepted it?
I don't know. He saw him a lot faster, a lot smarter.
Because it's also like he can take that pride in saying, I was the one that beat Lomachenko.
True.
So
at a higher weight, a lot of low blows. But
experienced
no excuses.
Professional fighter.
He took it. He got him. But we'll see.
But that's what we were saying with the most recent fight, Saunders versus Lemieux. We were saying that the whole time. We were like,
oh, did you read up on Lemieux? He said that his shoulder was hurt. He hurt his hand in the second round, supposedly. That's why he couldn't hit him. And he did. He said that Saunders brought his bike to run from him because he felt he was going to feel his power. I don't care what you say, Lemieux. I like you a lot. You did fight, but Billy Joe,
it was hard to watch.
He taught you boxing lessons.
With that fight, that's where your experience has to come in. Not that you have to fight dirty, but when you're in a sport for so long and you know these things, like, it's not horrible when you clinch to put your weight down.
Hold them down, slow them down, do whatever it takes.
No, putting your weight down, that gets tiring. Yeah. Punch the arms. If he's moving around so much, hit the arms so long.
Hit the body.
No, even the arms. His arms will eventually drop. Remember, we saw some, I forgot what fighter it was, but it's like, they said when they're in there and you keep punching the arms, you're like, it doesn't look effective, but after a while, your arms start slowly going down.
Chavez did that.
And it's like, it's not like it's super effective. They're not going to go down off of a punch to the arm, but after a while, it's going to take more effort to bring your hands up. You're going to slowly be dropping.
Chavez Sr. was great at that when he fought Maverick Taylor and they were going at it. Taylor was beating him to a pulp, but all those body punches, arm punches, all of a sudden the 12th round made him drop his hand, and bingo, one punch changed the whole outcome. And down he went, and Richard Steele made history. 10 seconds to go in the fight, and Taylor was going to win. He stopped it. 10 seconds. The light was blinking saying the fight is over. And he stopped the fight and gave it to Chavez. And Taylor wasn't the same no more. I think it took 5 years later. They had the rematch, and Chavez just destroyed him.
There's literally so many fights we can talk about.
Yes.
Mikey Garcia versus Broner. Broner's not the same anymore.
Oh, what about that one coming up between Rios and Danny the Chunk Garcia? I still won't forget that fight that they fought in Puerto Rico. They build up so much.
Versus Mauricio Herrera.
And Herrera beat him. I don't give a damn what you say, Danny. You lost.
That's when Herrera was barely kind of, the name was coming out.
An unknown fighter.
And everybody was watching this, and it's just like, Danny Garcia even thought he was losing. At the end, I mean, it was open scoring, so they were announcing it. They all knew he was losing. But it was just unbelievable. And I remember all the comments at the end. Even like,
Max
Kellerman was like, what are we seeing right now? Are they really going to take this away from him? And they did.
Yeah, they did.
But Garcia to fight against Rios, what do you think is going to happen there?
Garcia's going to come in and try to be. But I'm rooting for you, Brandon. Come up.
Bam Bam Rios.
Yeah. Train. Robert.
One thing I wouldn't want to see.
Train him good and knock him out. Show him you're not done. Show him that you're not just a hand-picked fighter. Tell him you still got heart. You still got. Remember that one time I met you? El Hispánico, el Mexican pride que le puedes dar en la madre ese güey.
Translation for that one is beep beep beep.
Well, Brandon is one of those guys that don't hold back.
That's true. That's true. But I think that matchup, if he's training well and he comes out to fight as if he was fighting Mike Alvarado for the first time,
he'll surprise him.
Amazing fight. That'd be an amazing fight. But you were saying if he's gonna handpick, like you said Danny Garcia handpicked.
Why didn't he fight Pacquiao?
You said why doesn't he pick Pacquiao if he's an older fighter?
Yeah, you like picking up older fighters. You remember you picked Morales. That was a great champion at one time.
I'm sorry. That fight I did not like watching because Garcia, when you saw Morales come in, Morales is a great fighter. Okay?
But he was out of his.
But we can't say this like older Morales was going to go in there and give Danny Garcia the best fight ever. He came in and his body already looked like, of an older fighter. Like he let it go a little bit. So that was just a name fight.
Manny Pacquiao, if you're hearing this, forget Horn. Go after Danny Garcia. He's at that weight class now.
If that fight was to happen, I feel like that would be a great matchup.
I think Pacquiao knock him out. That'll be his goodbye. Done,
Danny
boom,
Garcia
gone.
done
Danny
and out?
Garcia, no, that'd be Pacquiao's retirement thing. Like, pow, here, I knocked out that kid. I did everything I needed to do in boxing. I'm out of here. That'd be great.
That would be, yeah, I think so.
It would be, right?
But for the Rios fight, I hope he trains well and gives us a great fight.
I don't like Danny, so I'm going for Rios. Even though my chances are pretty slim. I hope he trains and surprises the world. I'm
excited to see Matisse back in the ring.
Yes.
Linares.
Oh, Matisse. I don't know who the other opponent is, but he's undefeated.
Yeah, 38-0.
So Matisse is just like saying, look, I'm not done. I'm taking on this undefeated fighter. And the other guy must be good. He's undefeated for a reason.
Yep. We even have Mikey Garcia again, but the potential fight that we want to see.
There's a couple, but
I want Garcia.
Lomachenko Garcia, I'd love to see, but I want Lomachenko and Tank Davis. That's the one I want to see. I don't like Tank Davis at all. Like, I really didn't know much about him until I saw that one
Tank
fight.
Davis
Maybe that
doesn't
one
want
fight.
the fight.
That one fight, I may be judging him. I shouldn't be judging him for that one fight. He could have had an off night. That one, I can't remember who that fighter was. I should have done my homework and researched it. But the only reason he won is because he hit the guy behind the head. If he's supposed to be this knockout artist, he should have been able to toy with this guy and knock him out within maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rounds. But he didn't. You know, this guy took all his punches and was taking them.
Yeah. One fighter that we want to see again too, Cuadras.
Oh yeah, Cuadras.
Cuadras actually just switched trainers to who? Abel Sanchez.
Abel, up in Big
You know,
Bear.
I'm excited to see what that's gonna bring because I think Abel's a pretty good trainer.
Yeah, he is.
So to have Cuadras is a warrior.
And guess what? Hopefully,
and Cuadras doesn't fear. I feel like he doesn't fear others.
Oh no, hopefully
you call him out, he'll want to go back in.
Well, hopefully Abel will have Triple G with him, so he'll see how hard with Triple G works out and push him like he did that one time when he had Chocolatito with him training.
Isn't that crazy? I was about to say that. Chocolatito was training alongside Golovkin.
And he won that fight after he trained.
And now look at who's going there.
Cuadras.
The one that fought. That fight was like
that was
controversial.
Yeah,
Some people
was
were like, I don't know about that.
That could have been a good draw because Cuadras did not back down and he was saying, I'm here to beat you.
And I wish that fight would have happened again before Chocolatito lost.
Chocolatito guy. That Japanese guy was not showing that win that he had was not a fluke. Because he came back and knocked the shit out of him out. He sent him to the middle of next week. He sent him to his retirement.
Crazy. Everyone was shocked because Chocolatito was highly seen by everyone. Because I think he was almost seen as a Lomachenko. I think Lomachenko was even kind of shadowed a little bit by Chocolatito because everybody's like, Chocolatito's footwork, he's great. He moves with his punches. And then all of a sudden we saw that fight and it was like,
boom. Everything changed.
Tell me why I cannot think of the other guy's name right now.
I have no idea. I just know it was a Japanese fighter that came and took the belt.
Man, it's going to kill me.
Alexis Arguello, I can't remember who he fought that was the same thing.
But get this. Chocolatito thinks that he always said that Alexis Arguello was always better than him when everybody was saying, now that they've seen Chocolatito, they thought Chocolatito was better than
You know what? The same situation happened too. I can't remember that American fighter he fought that it was controversial with Arguello saying that because Captain something was his trainer or something like that. He gave him a drink on the side. He goes, give me that special mixture of water I gave him. So they thought he was giving him drugs to make him bigger and faster. So there was a controversy that he cheated against Alexis Arguello, but they didn't find nothing in the system. They tested him like a couple of days afterwards when the system could have been cleared or months or something like that. So they had the rematch and it was no different. He knocked him out this time. And Alexis Arguello fell. Same thing as Chocolatito. First fight controversy, the headbutts. That's why he couldn't see. So the rematch was mandatory. And what happened to Alexis Arguello happened to Chocolatito on the rematch. They both got knocked out.
That's what's crazy.
Yep.
It's crazy think that
they lost the same
way
together.
They had said it before. They compared him. He always said Alexis Arguello was like his idol. He's never going to amount up to be anything like him. That's what he said, according in his eyes. When everybody else was like, no, you're better. Like, fans. And then to see that happen, it was like, speechless.
Yeah.
No words. I think now it's time to address all of the comments that we've gotten, which we appreciate all comments, really.
Good or bad, doesn't matter.
But the very first one that you got, it was addressed to you.
Oh, what a bum,
I was
right?
in the picture, but I didn't
don't know nothing
one.
about don't know nothing about Rigondeaux.
It says, "Is this guy for real? What he is saying show you that he never watched a single Rigondeaux's fight. What a bum!"
Look what happened.
And this
I never
is from Industrials 37.
And I called it. I go, that bum is not gonna do nothing. He's gonna just quit on his stool. And guess what happened? Industries or whatever. You're from Tijuana.
Well, you got some
no,
props.
Tijuana has good boxers. I better not say that because a lot of good boxers come out of Tijuana. But he lost. He sat down on the stool and said, "No mas."
Well, you got props. At Dos Chelas Records says, "Eat your words, ha. A-Rod without the check called the no mas to the T. This guy is for real." In reply to Industrials 37 on that video.
Well, that's a good one. Thank you very much there.
Another one on a different video. No Maschenko. LOL, I don't feel bad for him. He called Walters a quitter over and over, and Loma has already moved up one weight class from 126, his original weight class, so he wasn't that much bigger. A couple pounds won't do. So he was pretty much agreeing with the whole video.
Yeah.
But that was El Chuy.
But you know what? A lot of heat.
Credit to you for calling in advance from Big Stick Combat.
Yeah, but you know what? There was another comment on some guy that said that Regendot did, there was a lot of fighters that he had ducked, So when I think he thought, beat the best Lomachenko, I'm going to get him, I think he tried doing another, who was that big fight that I loved? Shane Mosley versus De La Hoya. Shane Mosley went up 2 weights to fight De La Hoya when Shane Mosley was undefeated and came and pulled it off. It was a close, but he beat De La Hoya. And that was at the Staples Center. I remember that fight. I was like, well, De La Hoya's going to kill him. He's a lot bigger and better. And when the bell rang, there was no hugging and kissing there. They just went at it. Boom.
Well, you got a lot of spot on predictions, kind of comments like that. You did call it well. Props to you, like we've given you props already.
Yeah, but I blew it.
With the other one.
Yeah, Lomachenko.
We have another comment on that one that says, no mas saying has been around for a while.
No,
we know that.
Yeah, we know that. We've heard it all.
We know that.
It. I was there to see that fight,
I don't even know what that one's supposed to mean.
But I wasn't there actually
real.
live, but I was watching on television. I think it was pay-per-view. I think there was a thing called On TV back in the day. That was like where they show all the fights. And I remember the Sugar Ray Leonard Duran fight. First one and the second one.
Yeah, that one, I don't even know what to say to that. No mas
saying
has been around for a while. Did we not say it's never been around?
And I remember they wanted to kill Duran after that No Mas. People in Panama, everywhere that bet lots of money on him.
Let's see. What else do we got? Oh, we have another one with the Saunders versus Lemieux. Every American I've heard has no idea how good gypsy fighters are, gypsy boxers are, especially BJS and Tyson Fury. America has had one boxer who has the mental game and elusiveness that the gypsy boxers have, and they call him, well, it cut off, but it's, the greatest, but he's talking about Floyd Mayweather.
Okay, but there's been a lot of fighters that have been, what about Joe Calzaghe? He also retired undefeated.
Yeah.
He was, Finito Lopez is another one that undefeated. With the great Marciano. I
think with that one, it's just.
But there's, gypsy fighters, nothing, anybody could be any style, but this guy's just a good fighter. I'll give him credit. Here in my respects now.
Another one that we have is, haha, this is the first time I've seen this channel. Reminds me of Fun with Flags on Big Bang. LOL.
Okay.
I searched it up. I don't even know what that means.
That's that flag show with that.
No, I know it's just like that character Sheldon and and his girlfriend, but what is that supposed to mean? Are we like intelligent? We know everything? Are we calling us nerdy? Do we look nerdy? Is that what it is?
I'm not a boxing historian or nothing. The only history I've got is growing up, watching the Olympic auditorium fights, watching all these since, Pepino Cuevas, all of them. Muhammad Ali, even I got to see him fight.
Me having to watch it, trying to watch cartoons when I was little, still, like having to sit in front, always watching
You always loved watching Butterbean.
Yep.
Big old Butterbean, the king of the 4-rounders, called everybody. He even called Mike Tyson out in one of the fights.
That's how I gained the nickname.
Butterbean, yeah, because you loved him.
Butterbean.
So, yeah, Butterbean was exciting to watch.
And I'll take it. That's not
an insult. And you know what? He
insult.
always fought on De La Hoya's fights. Every time De La Hoya had a pay-per-view, Butterbean was on there.
I freaking love watching Butterbean.
He went,
calling myself out.
They were exciting because the bell rang and it was a no-hold bar. They just swung like crazy.
And then there's other comments of, I agree, Lemieux by KO before it happened.
Yeah, but Lemieux
and then you guys are saying exactly the same about Calzaghe versus Lacey.
No. Lacey, to me, when I used to see him fight, I did not like his style. I don't think he was a nobody. And when he came up to get ready to fight Calzaghe showed him what was up. Calzaghe beat Roy Jones and he beat Hopkins. Calzaghe earned everything he got. Came out of nowhere and became a great champion.
Yep.
Here we go. Get ready, you guys, because this 2018 is going to be great. All these fights are coming up. And hopefully to hear from you guys. Subscribe to us. Send us comments. Send us questions.
Tune in.
Want us to, a specific fight on side of the world, I'll get up. I'll stream it and watch it. Let us know.
Thanks for tuning in.
Peace out.